Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol ANDI. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like through this time frame, I think it does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. One thing to note is I'm assuming this right here was just a fat finger trade. I am assuming the price did not actually go all the way up there and then fall all the way back down there. I guess perhaps that happened, but I'm assuming that was just a fat finger trade and didn't really actually exist. So I'm going to kind of just ignore that like it didn't even happen. But really, in all actuality, whether or not it did doesn't necessarily matter, because what I want to focus on is more so kind of the longer term pattern that's taken place here. And that has to do with what we would call in the world of charting. Let's get that out of there for a second. There we go. What we would call a bear pennant pattern. So this pattern is, and by the way, by no means am I claiming this is some sort of like secret discovery on my part. Any chartist would say, yeah, that would be, thanks Captain Obvious with your pattern drawing skills. So mainly the big part of it right here has to do, let's try that again. Actually, let's just use this line up here. And that level of support right there at 006. And then the other level to keep an eye on is going to be this resistance trend line, which you have right there. And I should note that just because this is a bearish pattern does not guarantee that it's therefore going down. If trading was that easy, then that would imply there's a guarantee, and there's just no such thing as a guarantee in the market. So yeah, it's a bearish pattern, but that doesn't mean the bulls can't have a nice bounce. Off the top of my head, Bitcoin a while ago wasn't a bear pennant pattern, and then you look at the big old bounce that Bitcoin occurred in. So my point here is not that, so therefore ANDI is going to explode too. My point is that just because something isn't a bearish pattern doesn't mean that it's for sure going down, because again, that just circles back to the whole, well, that's a guaranteed thing, and there's just no such thing as a guarantee in the market. So my point here is that going into next week, the overall levels to keep an eye on, key level of support down here at 006. If you've been watching level 2s over the past few days, I'm sure you realize that. Many times the bulls or the bears have tried to push down below there, but the bears have done a great job of holding strong. And then on the flip side of things, that resistance level right there is on the trend line is going to be that first key resistance that needs to be broken. If the price can push through there, then there's definitely some room to move, as the next overall level of resistance wouldn't be until up around that pink line there, which is the 200 period simple moving average. So in summary, ANDI 30-minute bear pennant pattern, but there's definitely an opportunity here to get some momentum going. So we'll see what next week brings. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.